He shall read the book of Matthew chapter 21 verses 10 to 11 in the Bible. The Bible says Jesus is a prophet of God. You know, in the book of Matthew chapter 21 verse 46, the Bible says Jesus is a prophet of God. In the book of Matthew chapter 13 verse 57, the Bible says Jesus is a prophet of God. In the book of Mark chapter 6 verse 4, the Bible says Jesus is a prophet of God. In the book of John chapter 6 verse 14, the Bible says Jesus is a prophet of God. In the book of Luke chapter 24 verse 19, the Bible says Jesus is a prophet of God. In the book of Luke chapter 13 verse 33, the Bible says Jesus is a prophet of God. In the book of Luke chapter 7 verse 16, the Bible says Jesus is a prophet of God. In the book of John chapter 9 verse 17, the Bible says Jesus is a prophet of God. And in the book of John chapter 4 verse 19, the Bible says Jesus is a prophet of God. It's there in the Bible. وَجَعَلَنِي نَبِيًّا, Allah has made me to be a prophet. وَجَعَلَنِي مُبَارَكًا أَيْنَمَا كُنتُ, and Allah has made me blessed wheresoever I may be. وَأَوْصَانِي بِالصَّلَاةِ وَالزَّكَاةِ مَا دُمْتُ حَيًّا, and Allah has enjoined on me prayer and charity as long as I live. Yes, Jesus prayed according to the Bible. Matthew chapter 26 verse 39, he fell down on his face the way the Muslims do, and he worshipped the Almighty God. Mark chapter 1 verse 35, Jesus went and offered early morning prayer, Salat al-Fut, Subhi. He prayed to whom? He prayed to the Almighty Allah. وَبَرًّا بِوَالِدَتِي وَلَمْ يَجْعَلْنِي جَبَّارًا شَقِيًّا, and Allah has made me to be kind and obedient to my mother, not to be aggressive to my mother. Wassalamu alayya, the peace of Allah is on me. Yawma wulidtu, the day that I was born. Wa yawma amutu, the day that I shall die. Wa yawma ub'athu hayya, and on the final day of judgment when Allah will bring me back to life. Is this miracle of Jesus mentioned in the Bible? No. According to the Quran, the message received by the unlettered prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the first miracle performed by Jesus was to speak on the very day he was born. Some Christians say, no, we cannot believe in this miracle. We ask why. They say because it is not mentioned in our Bible. Then we ask them, does the Bible mention the whole miracles performed by Jesus? They say yes. We say, okay, open the book of John, chapter 20, verse 30. In the Bible, the Bible says, and I quote, Jesus did many other miracles, signs and wonders in the presence of his disciples, which are not recorded in the Bible. Jesus did many other miracles, signs and wonders in the presence of his disciples, which are not recorded. Where? In the Bible. When certain Christian had this statement, he say, Ogana wow, now you say this our Bible no complete. Yes. Then there are still other miracles performed by Jesus mentioned in the Holy Quran, which are not recorded in the Bible. Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 110, to 114, where he prayed. When they asked, هل يستطيع ربك أن ينزل علينا مائدة من السماء؟ قال اتقوا الله إن كنتم مؤمنين. They say, can your Lord send down a table of food for us from heaven? Jesus said, fear Allah if you are true believers. قالوا, they say, نريد أن نأكل منها. We only want to eat from it. وتطمئن قلوبنا, and also to be contented to satisfy our heart. وَنَعْلَمُ أَنْ قَدْ صَدَقْتَنَا, and that we should know that you have really spoken the truth, you are a prophet of Allah. وَنَكُونَ عَلَيْهَا مِنَ الشَّاهِدِينَ, and we will be one of the witnesses. Then Jesus raised his hands and he started praying. اللهم ربنا أنزل علينا مائدة من السماء تكون لنا عيدا لأولنا وآخرنا وآية منك وارزقنا وأنت خير الرازقين. Oh Allah, our Lord, send down a table of food for us from the sky, so that it will be for the first of us and the last of us, a solemn festival and a miracle from you. And provide for us, for you are the best of providers. And Allah answered the prayer of Jesus. قال الله إني منزلها عليكم. I will surely send it down to you. فمن يكفر بعد منكم فإني أعذبه عذابا لا أعذبه أحدا من العالمين. And whosoever disbelieves thereafter, I will punish him with a punishment that I have never inflicted on any person before. The other miracles of Jesus are mentioned in Quran chapter 3 verse 49, Surah Al-Imran, and also Quran chapter 5, from verse 110, to verse 115. So Jesus said, when that prophet come, he will tell you many things about me. The birth of Jesus is mentioned in Surah Al. The birth of Mary, the mother of Jesus, is mentioned in Surah Al Imran. From verse 35, to 42, to verse 42. Mary, the mother of Jesus, alayhi salam, with the announcement of the birth of Jesus. The Muslims do not have to read the Bible before they know all this.